Good morning. Hi, everyone. Just want to make sure you can hear me. I am super excited about today's Theory Thursday. I'll give you guys a second and, per usual, clean my glasses. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is well. This is going to be a quick one, but I am really excited to talk about the results. There we go. Of the 2024 Social Media Examiner Marketing Study. If you do not follow the Social Media Examiner, Jean and I have been listening to the podcast for years. I am always on their blog and website. They are, of course, very active here on Facebook and other social media platforms. The Social Media Examiner is a information source for anyone who does social media marketing, or if you're just a marketer for your business. Of course, those of us who are small business owners, we're everything for our business, including the marketers. So if you are not following the Social Media Examiner, I put it in the description. Please make sure you go and you follow and connect with them. You can get a copy of this report yourself. This is the longest running, most comprehensive social media marketing study that is conducted. It's an annual study, and this is the 16th year. This is the 16th year that they have done this social media marketing study. I'm always excited to get a copy of the report and take a look at it and figure out, are we on track with what other marketers are doing? The way they do this study is they reach out to all types of businesses, large businesses, small businesses, self-employed companies, and they talk specifically to the people who are responsible for marketing, whether it's organic posts, whether it's paid ads, video content, whatever it is, as long as it is social media related and it is a large portion of their job. When you get a copy of the report, I think the last few pages will show you their methodology of how they collect answers for this survey. So, are you guys ready? Let's talk about some of the top takeaways. I I think I shared something from Social Media Examiner in the Hero Academy group the other day. They just give you so many insights on different things. Just to give you one more push to let you know this is a really, really good resource. I had shared the other day about Facebook not showing preference to posts that have external links. Obviously, the goal for Facebook is to keep people on the platform. We want to keep people within the meta sphere. And so if you're posting something and it has an external link, it's obviously not going to get as much traction. And that is why we, for the past couple of years, have seen a lot of those DM me this or send me a message, etc. The challenge for a lot of us entrepreneurs is that you do have to have something set up on the other side of that, right? To automate your response back to that person, or you can do it old school and take your time and just go through every comment and respond and provide people with links or send them information. We have not seen an issue with people asking for the DM and getting the DM because you're still going into the messages, you're still within the platform. And so that has been fine. Using your stories where you're posting a link to an external location did not perform as well as stories where you're posting a link for them to DM you. So get them to DM you and then give them that external link. So that's just a little tidbit that I got from Social Media Examiner, just to let you know that this is a very, very, very valuable community. Okay, here we go. Top takeaways from the report. Like I said, the report's 43 pages. I went through every single page, sat back, thought about it, read some comments from other marketers, and this is what I've got for you guys. This is a lot. You might want to save this video so you could come back to it and take some notes. Like I said, also grab the report, but if you don't want to read it, I did it for you. Okay, first, video marketing dominates. We already know that 87% of the marketers are using video in their marketing, and about half of them say that video is their most important type of content, just 47%. And we're going to get to some other numbers. And what I've noticed in this report is what people say and what they do may not always be the same thing. The other thing that I noticed in this report is we're looking at a report about activity and planned activity, right? And remember, in this report, we do have some solo entrepreneurs. A large chunk of this are people who have businesses that are 10 people or less. And we know how fluid and how agile our small businesses are. So when we talk about what their plans are in the future, they may or may not follow that. So what I noticed was that people said 47% of them said that their most important form of content was video. However, visual content was the top content type. And when we say visual, it's just images, graphics, visual. That was 87% of what was actually 87% of what was actually put out there was visual content, followed by written word, followed by video. Okay, so people are saying video is most important, but they haven't necessarily put the effort into video to really grow either their sales or their traffic. And we'll talk about that in a second as well. The top three platforms that marketers use, you guessed it, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, in that order. 67% of the marketers do plan on increasing their video marketing on Instagram over the next year. All right, here's where I found a very interesting statistic. Facebook marketing activity is declining. They have been diversifying, marketers have been diversifying away from Facebook since 2018. Like I said, this report's been going on for 16 years. So one of the benefits of the report is that you can see historical trends. When asked to select their most important platform, only 44% said it was Facebook. It's just down from 67% said it was Facebook in 2018. And 12% of marketers indicated they're going to be decreasing their organic marketing on Facebook over the next year. Now, this is why I think this is the opportunity. Put me in the places where there's less marketers. Put me in the places where there's less competition. It's going to be easier for us as marketers, especially if you're doing organic marketing, to show up and connect with our audience, as long as our audience is on the Facebook platform. Okay, so at first I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. People are moving away from Facebook. But then I'm also like, it's still a behemoth. And if more marketers are moving away from Facebook, then maybe Facebook is where you need to double down, as long as your consumer is there. We'll talk about that too. All right. TikTok is growing. That's another takeaway. TikTok adoption among marketers. Now, we also have to remember the cycle of what happens, right? The audience goes to a platform, then the marketing comes to a platform, then the audience adjusts, then the marketers adjust, right? So that's that cycle. So the audience has already been navigating to TikTok. Now marketers are starting to say we need to invest more of our actions onto the TikTok platform. All right. So TikTok adoption has rose. It's risen to 28%. It was 22% last year. So 2023, it was like 22% of marketers were on TikTok. Now we're up to 28%, and 37% plan to increase. And at least over 60% of them want to learn more about how to use TikTok. All right, YouTube. YouTube interest is high. So here's another opportunity. Only 51% of marketers are using YouTube. There's an opportunity there. YouTube falls low on the list of places where they're using paid advertising. So there's a huge opportunity on YouTube as well. Instagram remains hot. 79% of marketers are using Instagram. So right now, Instagram is marketing heavy. right? It is the second most important social platform for marketing behind Facebook. And 56% of marketers plan to increase what they're doing on Instagram over the next 12 years. All right. Let's see. I got more for you. I got more for you. So, the other thing I wanted to share, I'm going to see if I can share my screen because I think this might be better on a shared screen. So much information, you guys. Mm. All right, I'm not going to waste time trying to share. I'm just going to tell you guys, when you get the report, go to page 7. On page 7, we've got a chart that says, what are the benefits of social media marketing? This is important. I always, we teach and we coach that intention is important, and understanding what your goal is important. So when we talk about the different reasons why you might do social media marketing, you could be doing it to increase your exposure, to increase traffic, to generate leads, to develop a community, a loyal fan base, or to do sales, right? So those are 5 things: exposure, traffic, leads, fans, sales. The top benefit of social media marketing that marketers are seeing is exposure. And those of us who are doing it for sales, and wondering why my sales aren't working, my ads aren't working, if you're not doing this whole piece, you're not going to get the results that you want. So, 83% of marketers use social media just for increased exposure, right? Then they use it for increased traffic, 73%, then generating leads, then creating loyal fans, and only 52% of them use it to improve their sales. Shocking. I just felt like that was very interesting. Okay, so where do the sales happen for that 52% that are using it for sales? Facebook, 31%. Facebook accounts for 31% of sales that are made through social media. Instagram is 23% and TikTok is 16%. So you're trying to sell things on these platforms that have not really been set up to support marketing for sales. Now, when we talk about exposure, TikTok is number 1. TikTok accounts for 73% of social media marketing exposure. And Facebook, only 63% of people use Facebook as their main exposure platform. All right. If you're trying to build a loyal fan base, you're doing that on TikTok and you're doing it on Facebook. Those are the 2 places where you should be trying to build your loyal fan base. Please put questions in the chat. Please put, realizations. I would love to have a conversation with you about, does this mirror what you're seeing in your business with your social media efforts? What is this report bringing up for you? The other thing I wanted to talk about are what platforms are marketers using the most. Number 1, Facebook. The second is Instagram. The 2 that they're using the least at 28% is TikTok, and then at 9% is Threads. And this included Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, X, TikTok, and Threads. TikTok and Threads were the bottom 2. Okay. And another thing that we noticed was that X is constantly losing market share when it comes to marketing. So it's gone down to like 31% of marketers are using X compared to 44% the year before. All right, so the other thing we're really big on is talking about your customer avatar, your customer profile, right? And you should already know whether or not you are a B2B business, meaning you provide products, goods, and services that are sold directly to a business, or are you a B2C business where you're providing products, goods, and services directly to a consumer, a person, right? Now, really quick, just to rewind and recap some of the things that we teach in Hero Academy. B2B does not necessarily mean that you cannot market directly to the decision maker for that business. So don't forget that part. But yes, most B2B stuff you're marketing for a business mind. But don't forget who the decision maker is for your specific product, good, or service. So if you're marketing direct to a consumer, you should be on Facebook and Instagram according to the industry marketers. Okay. If you're marketing direct to a business, you should be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is coming out on the top of the reports for marketers who work for companies that provide services directly to a business. They're doing it all on LinkedIn. Uh, and like I said, think about the decision maker. So for example, we offer services for businesses. However, we also know our consumer. We know our consumer are small businesses, self-employed business owners. So then we treat them more like a B2C, direct to the consumer, which is why Facebook and LinkedIn are our two platforms of choice. And where we're building our fan base and our community is on Facebook, because we understand that we are very much like a B2C type of service. Let's see. We already talked about Twitter is going down. We're almost done, you guys. There's like so much information in this report. I just pulled out a few of my top takeaways. Um, 64% of marketers have no intention of going on to Threads. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I think I have a note for myself as a takeaway to do some more research on Threads adoption. How well is it being adopted? Are we seeing growth? And I do believe that if Meta starts to see growth in the Thread space, that they will maybe continue to drive some more actions to increase activity. I don't know if you have noticed, but if you are an Instagram user, you are constantly being enticed to see what happened on Threads. Like go visit a thread, or the thread will even come up in your news feed and you click on it thinking, oh my, this is this is a post, and then actually it takes you right into the Threads app. So I can see that Meta is investing a little bit in growing its market share. If it continues to do that, and if the numbers are bearing out that there's even a slight increase in thread usage, knowing that 64% of marketers are not even going to touch it, threads might be a great place for you to look at, as a place to either increase your exposure or at least increase traffic. We already talked about visual content being the top content type. 87% of marketers voted visual content. That's still graphics and images as the top, followed by written word being 84%. LinkedIn is favoring written words, so almost all of the marketers were saying they're going to be doing more articles, more blog posts, more long form written word content on LinkedIn. Okay, now we're going to talk about ads. Uh, so let me get the chart up, because I just put a note to myself and said ads. TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube ads are not used by marketers. Those are the bottom places where people are investing money in social media. TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Have you ever run ads on any of those platforms? How did it perform? Just because marketers are not using it doesn't mean that it's not an opportunity. And what you'll sometimes find is that if marketers are not using it, you get more for free. Right? I remember when Facebook ads and Google ads were really just starting to kick off. I think I've shared with you guys, I've been running social media ads since 2016. I routinely meet with both, Meta and Google Ads, and I know there's like levels to the meetings that you have, but I feel that I've invested tens of thousands of dollars in running ads, so I do meet with them frequently, at least every month. I did have a meeting with Instagram on Tuesday as part of like a focus group study where they showed some some beta testing information in regards to how they're going to be changing their ads. And they do have some really cool features coming along. One of the things that I really, really liked was they showed the guy I met with, he was like, well, what do you think out of the three, which one is the best way to demonstrate this? And one of the ways that they're looking at making it easier for you to set up an ad in app so that you don't have to go out to ads manager, but then also that you could say, if I'm trying to get 100 DMs with this ad campaign that I'm going to set, based off of all of the information that you know about my target and about my content, how much is it going to cost me and how long do I need to run it for? I love that, right? Like, I want it to be results focused. I want 100 messages. I want 100 DMs. I know if I get 100 DMs, I can close 5% of them, right? So then I know I'm going to get 5 sales out of this ad campaign. How much am I willing to spend for the 5 sales? Now tell me, how much is it going to cost me to get 100 DMs? So I say all of that to say, just because TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube ads are not being used by marketers doesn't mean that you shouldn't use it for ads. You might want to investigate whether or not there's a gap in your industry because people aren't using it. So then maybe you will show up better and more effectively on some of these tools. Of course, Facebook and Instagram took over 50% of ad spend when it came to marketing. That is where the marketers are spending their money. Um, let's see. Keep coming down. See some more of this content. What else? Yep, Facebook and Instagram are dominating. So again, Facebook ads. They asked marketers, do you use ads on Facebook often, sometimes, or never? 27% said often, 39% said sometimes. In relation to LinkedIn, only 7% said often and 22% said sometimes. 71% of marketers said, I never use LinkedIn ads. 85% of marketers said, I never use TikTok ads. And 74% of marketers said, I never use YouTube ads. So, that's it. That was on page 35 of the report. And so there's still like more content after that. Again, I cannot stress enough how beneficial it is to at least follow Social Media Examiner. On Facebook, they have an amazing podcast that has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. Michael Stelzner interviews different marketers in different platforms doing different types of things and gets some insights from them on what's working and what's not working. They are very timely. They have their finger on the pulse of all of the changes that are happening in all of the places. And I didn't put it in here, but there's a whole little section about AI and how marketers feel about it. Obviously, a lot of them feel like it's going to help business and it's going to help them. Some of them do feel like it is a threat. I'm going to just check and see if I missed any comments or anything. Uh, One thing that they did not put in this report that I wish they did was text message advertising. And I get it, it's social media marketing, right? So email marketing is a different thing. I will tell you there are conversations on the Social Media Examiner podcast about email marketing. So definitely tap into that, newsletter marketing, all that good stuff. And I have recently been made aware of the power of text message marketing. Fashion Nova CEO said for every dollar that they spend on text message marketing, they make $2,052 for every dollar that they spend. The amount of return that people are seeing with SMS text message marketing. Hey there, don't forget your coupon. Thanks for signing up. Here's a coupon. Thanks for signing up. Share this with a friend. Did you know today we're doing a blast sale? What you can do with text message marketing can revolutionize your business. It's absolutely already doing that for us. We were using it just kind of like as an event responses, like, you know, we have an event, we want to remind you, we want to send you the directions, etc. But as we're starting to use it for other means, we are seeing a lot more engagement, a lot more activity. So if you're interested in SMS advertising, we work with Simple Texting. Simple Texting will give you a free trial period. When you sign up with us, we will also show you how to save, I believe it's 30% in your first month. They have plans that start as low as $39 a month to meet all of your needs. You can use their app, you can use it web based, but you can also text directly from your phone. So you're sitting, you know, at some boring meeting and you want to send out a text blast, you can do it to specific list people. You can have automations, you can include videos, you can include GIFs, you can do polls, surveys. I highly recommend you looking into SMS advertising. If you'd like to just try it just to see what will happen, we'll give you a demo, which basically means you text us and then we'll send you a few messages to show you all the different ways that you could use SMS advertising. As always, we are here to help. Jean has been doing weekly LinkedIn uh, trainings. So I believe there's a training scheduled for this evening. If you are a B2B business, you need to make sure that you are in these trainings so you can learn how to optimize your profile and take all of these tips and tricks and really elevate your sales. What else do we have for you guys? Landing pages, web pages, starter web pages, Google ads, Facebook ads, all that good stuff. Visit us, jpdesigntheory.com. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.